I am back. Hello. Yes, I have the days set to 60 minutes. It doesn't quite work out as 1 hour days, but it's near enough. Near enough. There we go. Am I good to go? Now, Lady Sheila is very kindly making me a hot drink at the moment, which is extremely generous of her, which afforded me a little bit of time to check in on the fact. I've also got a cold drink because I find that cold drinks are, well, I think it's more fizzy drinks, honestly. Help with a little bit of a tickle in my throat when I've been streaming for a long time. You saw a zombie walk by the main tower. There's probably there were probably going to be quite a few of them just wandering past. As long as they didn't do anything to particularly draw their ire, it wouldn't. It wasn't going to be an issue for us, though. Oop. Now then, over here, I'm not going to worry about that one just yet. What I am going to do is worry about this one just yet. We want. Honestly, I want a specific shape here. And I think that specific shape is going to be, as much as I'm using it a lot for, in a lot of ways, I think it's going to be this one. And this shape is going to be a guard for my ladder. I think I may have already passed the particular shape I want. Oh no, there we go. May as well pop it down on this side as well. Oh, never mind. It doesn't quite mirror in that way. Okay, well, now I need the opposite. I'll just cycle through these endlessly until I get the right one. Here we are. There we go. Now, for those who are worried, this is how I will access and get out of the courtyard, if you like. I'm going to need a total of 10 ladders to do both sides. There we go. And I'll take care of the rest in just a moment. First, I want to get the basics down. And that will be the correct height then. This is going to take an awful lot of wood and an awful lot of cobble. I'm still not entirely certain that this is getting me more experience points. But it might be. So it's worth exploring that possibility. But, oof. Okay. This is going to be an expensive endeavor. Let's go ahead and get 200 of them. Now, hello over there. Well off. He's also well off. Gotcha. And she's down. Now I'm just going to go around the full circumference. Sorry, the full perimeter. Well, circumference, I guess. And then we will start thinking about how we're going to install the anti-spider defenses at the top. Now, I guess on this side, I could go ahead and make the jump-off point without too much worry, simply because it will allow me to get into the central tower, regardless which way I run around the battlements. There we go. Now, I am going to need a couple of spikes just to finish off the internals, but I will place down the perimeter spikes on the outer wall first, because ideally I don't want them breaking into the inner one. But any I have spare after the first complete set, I will then apply to the inside until I've got a complete set in there. And only then will we start considering things like building it up completely. Let's jump on down and start repairing all these. Going to be an expensive build. Now, a lot of this I don't need to worry about over much. I'll grab that. Just to make sure I've got that. Because most things won't be able to reach this high. I could leave the battlements as wood if I really wanted to, but I don't want to. But it is an option if speed and of getting this finished became a concern. Ultimately, I want it to all be cobble if I can have it all cobble. But clear enough, we have not got Horde Night tonight, so it has to be tomorrow. There is now a guarantee that we're facing the Horde in about an hour's time. Well, actually, not even in an hour's time, probably more like 50 minutes' time. And at that point, we will have been streaming for just coming up to 7 hours. You know, there's a little part of me that actually likes the wooden effect. Despite the fact that it is weaker defenses, I like that it has a different texture. Like, genuinely, and I'm honestly considering just leaving it as that. For that reason. There's something very castle-y about that. I could paint it, yeah. That's absolutely something I could do. It's a very good point, actually. Don't need to introduce a weakness. I could just paint it instead. Right. Let's go ahead and place down the ladders on this side. And then the guards. Again, we're going to have to go through all the rigmarole of getting this oriented the right way. Can I get that on face? See, that would have been grand if I could have got it to orient that way, but alas. Oh, thank you so much, Sheelab. There you go. When Sheelab gets back to chat, you totally need to thank her for me as well. Sheelab, MVT. Or MVC when she's feeling diabolical, I guess. Gotta be honest though, I'm really liking the way this looks. Oh, I'm out of cobble. Wow, okay. Finally there. Finally happened. we finally ran out of cobble. We're going to run out of wood. Well, we're not far off running out of wood, actually. Ooh, I'm going to need to go out and get some more supplies. Right. I should be able to just copy rotation there. Copy rotation here. Yep, out of wood. All right, so we are now officially out of building supplies. That's fine. There's plenty of building supplies growing all over the place, so it shouldn't be too much of an issue. However, okay, it's clay soil we need for the cobble. And that is the bigger... Well, actually, all of that wood needs to be fortified, so... We'll get some clay right now. We are going to have to grab a decent amount of other materials soon. Could I set up supplies in the hold base? I already have some. I have some bullets, medical supplies, some emergency food rations. But yeah, totally worth setting up something. I even have some repair supplies in there. Just in case. Just in case the worst that could happen does happen. But yeah, setting up some proper repair supplies would be, like a large quantity of them would be a good idea. Yeah. Is a steel wall still in the game? Or is it polished steel walls that got taken out? I can't remember, but I know that something to do with steel walls is no longer in... and hasn't been since Alpha 18, I think. I love the word cobble. You know what, Gina Prime? So do I. It's actually quite a nice word to say. It tastes really good. Polished is gone, yeah. I knew something was gone around the steel sort of upgrade path of walls. I need more stamina, quite badly. Have a little bit of water there. No, I don't need the candles anymore. Gobble that down too. I wish the eating animations were a little bit better. One place that I feel the game is really let down on. No, concrete is the highest tier. It would be steel walls, which you go from reinforced concrete to steel walls is the upgrade path. That is the highest durability block that exists. I'm probably just going to like pick a side that is always going to be the same, and it's probably going to be the one that heads towards my my base more than likely. And then just have a ladder on that side, and this can just be a massive clay pit. I'll just push this wall back one more. Then we're going to grab a axe and go at the trees for a little bit. The metal walls always were odd to me. Could use metal frames to make them, which is easy to get, or upgrading reinforced concrete, which takes way longer to make. Oh, really? I wasn't aware of that. Okay, you know what? That's good enough. Make all of that into cobble rocks. Now, I'm gonna go and tempted to harvest a bit of extra metal, actually. Yeah, let's go and grab a little bit of extra iron so that I can make some better tools. Rather than continually use repair kits on this, my axe and my pick, I will instead get enough iron together that I can make significantly better tools that will last much, much longer as a result. And that's a better idea. Close to getting a level up as well. There we go. Now then, question is, where are we putting this level up? I don't need animal tracker. All of these are useful to me and will be especially useful soon. Master Chef will give me steak and potatoes, not growing potatoes. Meat stew, vegetable stew, which would require me to have potatoes and corn, but then that's a really good option, vegetable stew. Blueberry pie requires corn to make the blueberry pies. I can't upgrade these anymore without upgrading strength further, and I would need to take it 2 points to do that. Skull Crusher, can't upgrade it. Sexual Tyrannos, can't upgrade it. Pack Mule, I don't feel we need it. So, out of the strength tree, it's really just Master Chef. Fortitude, Huntsman is a good one because you get 20% more resources off animals. That's always good. Healing Factor, Iron Gut, almost all of these are worth it. Run away from them. Just one from the other. You are now a hiker. Increase stamina regen when sprinting. This is pure sprinting stamina regen now. Pain tolerance is always good because it reduces the amount of HP you lose. I've already got a point in living off the land. I can't take that one, unfortunately. Pain tolerance gives me 20% less chance to be stunned and reduces all damage I take by 5%, which is nice. Huntsman will give me better meat. And then it's to the kind of perks that I'm using for my attacks, really. So I don't think going for these is particularly useful. I can't actually get any others, in fact. So it wouldn't help. Archery I can't grab. Gunslinger I could. That would be a straight bonus to what I'm doing right now. It would allow me to make guns of a higher quality than I've currently got. And it would give me a damage boost. Go for something in regards to combat, since there's more skill points coming during the whole night. That's true. There's deep cuts. I don't think melee combat is really the one for me right now. Run and gun. Hip fire accuracy improved by 10%, and movement penalty when reloading is reduced by 30%. That's actually a really good one, spray and pray. If you're going to be more of a nomadic person, not having a horde base as such. That actually becomes really, really good. But I think I've convinced myself that Gunslinger is the one to go for. But I'm seeing a lot of people saying to go for cardio. But cardio only gives increased stamina regen by 10 when sprinting. So I would have to be sprinting for it to make any difference. Ranger, no. Zeds are not... Oh, on Horde Night, yes, the Zeds are very much faster. They basically sprint Horde Night. Yeah, significantly faster on Horde Night. From their normal speed, I think... I'm not actually sure if they are faster than a player. Even at Horde Night, or they can just about keep pace. I think they may actually even be just slightly slower. Could be wrong about that one, though. Jenks. Oh, Jenks just. Sorry about that. Jen, hello. Thank you so much for the 12 months of Prime. 1 year of lurking, but mostly YouTube archive watching. Thank you for all the laughs and dappiness. Hope you and everyone in chat are doing well. But off to work for me. Oh, well, have a wonderful day at work. Thank you so much for dropping by, and thank you ever so much for the support. It really means the world to me. Thank you. And yeah, you can change the zombie speed. Yeah, absolutely. My zombies are not faster in day than default. They're not faster in general than default. When I was setting this up, I conferred with chat a little bit about a plan that I had to either have a game which was, you know, had the Horde Nights and had this ever-present time pressure before the zombies will be able to find you no matter where you are, or have a game that was more centered around a kind of 28 days later sort of theme, where the zombies aren't shambling, slow, you know, a threat in a group, but not really a threat if you're careful, to they are always a threat. They are never slow. They are just rage-filled, bottomless wells of hatred, and they are trying to destroy you for reasons they don't even comprehend. But you don't have Horde Nights as a result. So everything is harder, but there's never a time where there's like, you are now straight that, you know, because at that point, your progression is going to be so slow that the Horde Nights will be really rough on you. That being said, you know, I did float the idea of possibly having Horde Nights, but make it more tied into the whole 28 days later thing of... You know what? Hi. Oh, I came up. Nah, that was annoying. I came up too slowly and ran out of stamina. Oh, rather too quickly and ran out of stamina. But having the Horde Nights, but making it a 28-day Horde Night. Kind of thematic, you know. I like that idea, actually. You know what? After this, if we're still feeling the 7 days vibe, maybe that's what we'll do. Hello. Hi. Way too far off. Problem is, they're all being lured to where the witch was. Where did that one go? Depth of field is literally the devil. Unless it's done well, and I have rarely found a game that does it well. What's up, Mo? Can I have my arrows back, thank you. I'll trade you a sledgehammer to the face. Whee. Now, for those who don't understand the mechanics of the, well, I call them witches because of Left 4 Dead, but the screamers, they are drawn to areas. They're basically a zombie scout, and they're drawn to areas of high activity. Effectively, the game has a heat map. Now, don't think of the heat map in terms of heat. It's more sound and noise. Noise and industry. So if you've got a lot of furnaces running, you've got a lot of, I don't know, concrete mixers or chem stations doing stuff, even if it's quiet stuff, it's stuff, then it generates heat. And once it's at a certain threshold, a witch will be spawned somewhere nearby, and she will try to move towards the source of that heat. She's not very destructive, you know, she's not just going to demolish a base in order to get to it, but she's going to poke around and have a look. She's basically looking for food. If she doesn't see any food because, you know, you're not there, you're off adventuring and you just left your workshop doing some work while you were away, then she'll move on. She'll eventually despawn. But if she finds any evidence of you, then she'll scream, and that spawns zombies nearby. Now, the trick with it is that at low game stage, it's going to spawn weaker zombies. The spawn pool for the zombies is generally going to be fairly relaxed. At higher game stages, that spawn pool is going to start including witches. You can absolutely have a cascade of witches. One witch summons 2 witches when it sees you. Each one of those summons 2 witches when they see you. So on and so forth. Constantly summoning more and more and more aggressive and fast and dangerous zombies, as well as the means to summon more and more and more aggressive and fast, dangerous zombies. It can get very, very crazy very quickly. Quite often, towards the late game, most of my deaths come from hubris, thinking, I actually want more EXP. Witch, summon more of your friends. And then she does. And I'm like, haha, this is grand. Summon more. And then she does. And there's a witch over there. I'll kill you now. But in the time that it takes me to kill her, her friend has summoned 2 other ones. And then they've both screamed. And then I'm like, oh no, I've made a terrible, terrible mistake. And then I am having to run away. Usually to my horde base, because at that point, it's basically a horde. It's just in the day. They move slightly slower. That is the only saving grace. And sometimes not even that. Sometimes they're moving just as fast. And it is dreadfully dangerous. But right now, because I'm mining, because I'm building, I'm contributing to the heat map. I'm performing activity. The heat map is getting hotter. And that's why we've seen more and more witches showing up lately. Yeah, cue Morgan Freeman. It was at that moment he knew. Okay. I'm going to take this up to 4,000 and then we're going to head back. Well, the nice thing about the Horde Night, any kind of Horde spawn, like witches or anything else for that matter, spawning en masse just before the Horde, is the Horde will only allow a certain amount of living zombies within the active playfield at a time. So, in a way, you can actually block the Horde zombies from spawning by having lots of regular zombies already spawned that you haven't killed yet. A bit of a funny one there. In an hour, I'm going to go play with my nephew. We have a massive underground bunker in progress. Oh, that's wonderful. So, Classic. I imagine SO Classic, but with less letters. Did someone already have your name? It's the worst feeling. You're like, my name is so awesome, and I use it everywhere, but there's one place where I couldn't use it, and I have to wear the shame of an underscore. It is the worst of times. That always sucks so much. All right, let's go and get some of these items back to base. So classic. Everyone says it wrong. Yeah, I can imagine. They're trying to say it as you spelled it. Now at that point, are they saying it wrong? Or did you spell it wrong? No. I always struggle with names, to be fair. Dunk. I'm starting to see the error of my ways in planting these trees right next to my house. Oh, wait. You've had a very short life so far. I'm sorry to bring it to an end so quickly, but I need the wood.